Welcome, everyone. This video is for what? This is for helping you to teach ASL poetry for Deaf and Hard of Hearing cluster that will be happening next Wednesday. But before I do that, I want to share with you what ASL poetry, what it really is. You have to understand it's different from regular poetry. Regular poetry, this kind, is hearing poetry. That's for English writing, for writing in English. There's many different poems. I like alliteration, there's that type of poetry. There's free verse, or, all different kinds of, English written poetry. ASL poetry is very different. Notice there's different signs. The poetry on your arm, that's its English, written poetry. Written and read poetry you can read. ASL poetry is different. It's from your soul. You're signing from your soul. You're signing your expression. And so, until now, it's really an important part of deaf culture. It's passed on from generation to generation through signing. From family to family, or from family to friends, or from friends to family. That's how it's passed on. ASL poetry, basically ASL, is so rich. It's a really colorful language. It uses ASL to tell a story. You use ASL to tell a story with it. Using your hands, using hand shapes, using numbers, using 2 or 3 different hand shapes only, things like that. I'm going to give you an example. Then, when I'm finished showing you, I have something for you, for your cluster to do. Okay? Here's the example. A gorilla. See that picture of the gorilla, right? My hands, in ASL, if you're telling a story, I'll tell you, the gorilla's huge. He's all hairy all over his body. His arms are huge, big, huge arms. That's how he walks. His nose, his nostrils, flare like that. Things like that. That's an ASL story. But an ASL poem is different. For the gorilla, I chose one hand shape. This one here, like the eye. And I'm not going to change the hand shape at all through the whole poem. I'm just going to use this hand shape for the whole thing. So I'm going to show you an example. So more like that. It's hard to translate that into written English. You couldn't do that. It's really impossible. So what we need to do is make a clear picture of the gorilla, just using one hand shape. That's it. So next picture is going to be of an animal, and I want your cluster, your group and your cluster, to work on using this hand shape. It's a really easy hand shape to use, easy for everyone. And you can use your imagination. You have to clearly use your imagination. And so I'll show you the picture. This is the elephant. You see the picture of this elephant. And you're only going to use these hand shapes. So you're going to use that hand shape to describe the elephant. Use your imagination. Use your, a picture. Like, use this hand shape. Don't change your hand shape. Don't sign. Don't change your hands. Just use that hand shape, and that is your activity for your group, in your cluster. And then we'll do something different the next time. Alright, hope you enjoyed this video. But understand, before I forget, that this video is for you. This is for you to learn about ASL poetry. This is not meant to be used to teach your cluster. Don't teach your cluster with it. It's just to explain to you, give you an idea of what ASL poetry is all about. Okay? Just let you know.